Hello guys, welcome to another video. It has been a year since I uploaded my most video on my channel. In that video I talked about and reviewed this little thing, the Amun Pug Rock, which is a little multi-effects type of thing. Well, to commemorate that event, today I bring you a very similar review. A very small multi-effects that may compete with the Pug Rock actually. Today we are talking about the Cuvave Cuvave. So what exactly is the Cuvave Cuvave? Well, as it says here on the pedal itself, it's a combined multi-effects pedal. Here you can actually see the effects chain. It is a very small portable multi-effects that you can pretty much carry in a pocket, and I think you can actually use it with either a bass or a guitar. So what is different from these two things? Well, for once, the Cuvave, it's a little bit wider, but it's a little bit shorter. I still think this is way more portable than this because this is kind of fat, this is really slim. You can literally just put this on your back pocket, on the little pockets that gig bags have. And also that, unlike most effects pedal for guitar, this doesn't fit with a 9-volt adapter or batteries. This actually has an internal battery that fits with a charger. If I'm not mistaken, this has a 12-volt battery, which is the same thing you can find on a phone basically, which is the method of charging. This uses a mini USB type of port, which is what a lot of Android phones use. Also that this is an enclosure of metal. And it has these little 3-foot switches that are actually way more durable than the plastic buttons on the Pug Rock. So let's see the specs of this thing, shall we? As you can see here, this actually has a ton of things, and they come in 3 modules. The first one right here is the one that says tone and amp, which is basically your amplifier modulations. This has 9 amp models, which you will see on the screen as I go playing with them. Basically, with this knob you can control the model you want to play. With this knob you control the gain of the model you're playing, and with this you control the tone, which is not really a tone, but you will see that on the playing demo. The second module is the modulation and delay, which is pretty self-explanatory. With this little knob you control the 2 modulation effects this pedal has, which are, if I'm not mistaken, chorus and flanger. When you turn it into this way you activate the chorus, and when you turn it into that way you activate the flanger. The more you go with the knob, the more effect there is. And these 3 little knobs are the delay settings, your normal feedback, mix and time. And the last module, which is an IR cap and reverb. This, same as the amplifiers, has 9 caps or impulse responses you can choose to play with the models. Or you can just bypass the amps and play with the impulse responses with an outside pedal. And the reverb knob, which I believe is just a plate reverb. You also have 3 presets, and when you hold these 2 buttons at the same time for about 3 or 4 seconds, it has a tuner, which only works for guitar in standard tuning, but you know, better than no tuner, I guess. As you can see here, you have an in and out headphones, a jack, an USB to connect it to a phone or a computer, and your charging port. Also you have your on and off switch. When you turn this little pedal on, those lights turn on. One thing, when you turn this pedal on, it's on the preset setting, meaning that all of these knobs are useless as it is. So if you click each one of the presets, it changes to that, but it renders all of these knobs useless. To actually dial the tones, you have to enter the live mode, which is done by pressing the mod and delay foot switch as well as the tone amp at the same time. When you do that, it enters the live mode. As you can see here, I have on the amp module and the IR and reverb module, and you can turn on and off all of the modules if you want. You heard correctly, you can connect this straight into a computer and use it as an interface. Does it work to play it with other amp sims? Not really. This has a lot of latency. It wouldn't work for that, but you can record directly from this to your computer. You could use a lot of pedals and then the impulse response and record to something like Reaper or Audacity. You could use this with another pedals and the impulse response to record into your PC. And then this little flashing light indicates that the Bluetooth mode is on. It's always on, you can't turn it off. So yeah, this actually has Bluetooth. You can connect this by Bluetooth to your any Bluetooth device really and play back music along with the guitar. Also, I forgot you have a master volume knob which controls all of the volume of the pedal. And I'm guessing one of the big questions is how long does the battery last? Will it die mid-gig if I, charge it for hours? Actually, no. I'm actually really glad with the battery life. If you charge it a full night, it will last you maybe 1 or 2 days without the cable connected. So as long as you charge it before any gig or any recording, it won't turn off. Or with recordings, it really won't ever turn off because when you connect it to a PC, it also charges the thing while you're using it, so that's pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much everything this little thing has. As you can see here, this is actually metal. It's a really cheap aluminum alloy, it's my guess, but it's better than plastic. And it actually has really good smooth foot switches. These don't feel cheap, these don't feel like if I step on them really hard they will die. They don't feel like that. There's some pedals like some of my yo-yo pedals, when I click on this it isn't a smooth click, it like comes right to a point, then hard clicks, then goes down again. This is a nice smooth continuous click, so yeah, these are actually pretty nice. So yeah, there's not anything much else to say, but let's go right into the demo. As for a guitar, I will be using my Devotion Red Stratocaster, which has Bellcat Alnico 5 pickups and a One Music Hot Rail pickup. Why? Because it's probably my most versatile guitar and I want to test the clean tones with single coils and the dirty tones with the humbucker. As for an amplifier, I will be using my Yo-Yo Bantam Zombie in the clean channel. And to test how it responds with pedals, I will be using my Yo-Yo Vintage Overdrive. I will be talking during this demo just to explain what am I doing as I did on the punk rock one, so you get a better sense of what I am actually doing. So yeah, without anything much else to say, let's go right into the demo. Hello guys, welcome to the demo part. After some really horrible setbacks, I am finally able to do this. Hopefully this is up for Christmas. So yeah, as I told you guys, I will be commenting this demo because I'm gonna be showing you what the actual pedal does, because it needs some light explainings like on the video on my punk rock review. So yep, let's go. First of all, we are going to go through the tone and amp module. I'm going to leave the tone and gain on 12 o'clock unless I say I'm gonna change it, and I will be going through each of the models so you can get an idea of what it sounds like. I'm not using the impulse response module yet because it kind of muddies the tone, to be honest. So when you're using an actual speaker, so I will be just using my actual speaker from my amplifier. So this is the clean tone of my guitar into the amplifier, completely bypassing the pedal. So let's go with the first model. So yeah, that's a very like Fenderish clean. Let's go to the second model. That was a very, like a slightly more bass heavy kind of clean-ish tone. So yeah, let's go to the next model. So this is the first model we could call overdriven or distorted. This is like a plexi kind of sound, so let's hear how that sounds. Let's see what happens if I turn up the gain. Yeah, this is pretty much what you could call like a super driven plexi kind of sound, like super classic rock. Pretty cool sound. Let's hear the next model. This is also a very driven sound, but it's more bass heavy, definitely. So let's hear how it sounds with the gain up. Yeah, that's a really gainy British sound, like early 80s, late 90s rock. hear how the next model sounds. Yeah, we're back at the overdrive-ish kind of sound, like a tube amp ready to blow up. Let's see what happens if I turn the gain up. Really cool sound, but this sounds almost like a Fender-y type of distortion. Yeah, that's what it sounds to me, but anyways, let's hear how the next model sounds. Yeah, I think we are in the distortion realm now, like actual distortion. Yeah, but this has like a really fizzy high end, so let's hear how this sounds with that high end rolled up and the gain knob up. Yeah, that's a really fucking awesome sound, but let's hear how the next one sounds. With all that fizziness, this almost sounds like an orange. Let's roll off that hissiness and let's turn the gain up. remember when I told you on the talking part of the demo that this isn't really a tone knob? Well, here you can actually hear what it does to your sound. It's actually like a frequency filter. It doesn't really just roll off the top end, like it grabs some of the frequencies and completely eliminates them. And this is actually the only model that really comes out and sounds really fucking horrible. Like if I completely roll off the tone knob, the sound just completely goes to shit. But as far as I'm aware, that doesn't really happen with any other of the models, so let's hear how the next one sounds. So this is actually like an American type sounding distortion. This completely gets rid of all that British characteristics. So yeah, I think this is a really like high gain American sound. So let's hear how that sounds with the gain up and a little bit of the top end rolled off. Yeah, that can totally work for metal if you push it with an overdrive. But let's hear how the next one sounds. Yeah, this is also like an American type of sound, but I really suggest you basically roll off the tone knob in pretty much a lot of these ones because they are like really fizzy. They definitely work better with one of the IRs on the direct recordings. But let's hear how this sounds with the tone rolled off and the gain all the way up. This is the last model, so as an addition, as I told you guys, we are going to test how it sounds with an overdrive pushing it. So this is how it sounds with an overdrive as a boost. So yeah, that is the tone and amp module. Let's go to the delay and modulation module. I'm going to test everything from now on the first model because I think it sounds really nice on that first Fendery type of clean tone. So let's hear how that sounds. So as I said in the talking part, here you can see the delay and modulation module is now on. I will show you how to turn on or off the effects. As you can see in the middle position of the modulation knob, it's turned off. As you turn it either to the left or to the right, it turns on either of the effects. On the right one is a phaser, I think. So you can see it's turned off, and as I roll it turns on the effect. And as you go to the right or to the left, depending on which side you are in, it increases the amount of effect affecting the sound. And if you go to the left, you turn on the chorus. So yeah, that's pretty much how the modulation effects work. Also in this module is the delay effect. If you're wondering if you can run either of the effects on or all of them off, you're wrong. You can also run them independently. As you can see on the mix knob of the delay, if you turn it all the way to the left, it turns off the effect, and as you turn it all the way to the right, it actually turns on the effect. As well as controlling the mix parameter on the delay effect. So on the middle is both your guitar sound and the repeats on the same level. If you turn it to the left, your guitar will sound at a higher volume than the actual repeats. And if you turn it to the right, the repeats will sound at a higher volume than the actual guitar signal. I sucked at playing delay, so please forgive me. The next knob, which says FB, which stands for feedback, controls the amount of time your delay is gonna sound for. So here you can see I have it on the 12 o'clock setting. If I turn it to the left, it will last less, and if I turn it to the right, it will last longer. So as you can see here, this is basically just one repeat. And as you go to the right, you can hear the repeats will last longer, so more repeats of the effect. And the next knob on the delay effect is the time knob, which controls the time in between each of the repeats. So I have it on the 12 o'clock setting. So as I go more to the left, the repeats will be closer to each other, and as I go to the right, they will be more apart from each other. So as you can hear, this is like almost a tremolo-y kind of sound. So yet, that is the delay and modulation module. Next one is the IR cap and reverb module. The reverb is actually pretty simple. Let me show you how it works. The more you go to the left, the less echo there is, and the more you go to the right, the more echo is. When you go all the way to the left, you can turn off the effect. So yeah, that is a pretty simple effect. Now for the IR, there is 8 input responses total. I will show them shortly, each one of them, on one of the drive channels, because I think that's how you can appreciate it more. So I will go through them kind of fast because, you know, there's not much else to comment on them. So let's hear how they sound. This is the tone I chose to test the IRs. So let's hear how they sound. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. This is the fourth one. And in my opinion, the best. This is the fifth one. This is the sixth one. This is the 7th one. So that was certainly a long video. As you guys heard, this thing is actually pretty decent. It's again like the punk rock, not crazy good, but I think you can get this pedal for around 30-40 bucks, which considering all the things it does, it's quite a nice price. It's pretty fair. As for my personal opinion, would I recommend the little Cuvave? Yeah, why not? If you have the money, which is pretty cheap, get one. It will actually work for a lot of stuff. The clean channels are actually pretty nice. And the distorted tones, while not crazy good, they are way better than the punk rock, at least in rhythm. And as you heard, when you apply an overdrive, this becomes a really usable gain sound. I advise you to use this along with an overdrive a lot, because at least in the gain sounds for leads and both for rhythm, it will improve your tone with this little thing immensely, to the point which you could basically roll into a bar gig with only this and an overdrive. Because again, you can plug this into a console and use the impulse responses and it will sound pretty good. So that's a thing to have in mind. You can also record directly with this pedal, which I think is the cheapest thing you can use to record in your PC. Sure, it doesn't work as a traditional interface that you can use with amp sims, but you know, as I already said, with the with an overdrive, the gain tones are really usable. What would I recommend the most, the Cuvave or the punk rock? Well, it really comes to your budget and your choices, basically what you are going to do with these pedals, because they are kind of different. This has delays, but I really like the delay on this way more, as well as the reverb, because it has like a spring plate reverb. I really don't know, but it sounds way better than the reverbs on the punk rock. They have really similar formats and things. This, for example, has the rhythm drum simulation thingy, but this you can record directly with this to your computer, and it has Bluetooth. So it really comes down to what you prefer. I do still believe that for the money, especially because the punk rock is still like 20-25 bucks with shipping, it's crazy good and is the best thing you can get as a beginner guitarist. But if you can almost double your budget, which is not really much, talking between the 20 and $50 budget, the Cuvave would actually be pretty good for you. The controls are not super complicated, it's very durable, it would certainly last more than the Pug Rock. I can just throw this right now at a wall and it would fucking shatter. This wouldn't. Also, that in the case of a gig, you can actually switch between, let's say you have a clean setting here, the lead one here, and the rhythm in here, and you can change them while you're playing. With the Pug Rock you could, and you have way more presets, but changing between them would be kind of difficult. So yeah, it really depends on what you are going to do. For a bedroom guitarist, I totally recommend this. For someone that is trying to get more into like school gigs and little bar gigs, maybe something to practice at night, something to carry with you in your pocket on a travel because you want to practice and you don't want to carry your big amp, this is definitely it. So yeah, I do really quite like this product, and I totally recommend it if you like the tones. But that will be pretty much everything for today's long video. Also, I wanted to take a little second to thank you all. Thanks to all the people that are subscribed to my channel. Thanks for all the people that watch my videos. Thanks for all the people that share my videos, that comment on my videos. Thanks to the people that have used my Aliexpress thing to register to help with the channel. Thanks to a lot of my friends that have made possible buying things and getting a lot of things to review, mainly to Leo. Thanks for my amplifier. And of course, because I know you couple of wonderful women watch my videos, thanks to my mom and my girlfriend, because without you this would be only a dream. For those who don't know, all of my guitars have been gifts because I'm too much of a greedy fuck to keep anything. So this was a gift from my mom, this was a gift from my mom and my girlfriend, this was a gift from my girlfriend, and this was a gift from my mom. Also for the unbelievable support you give me. When I started this YouTube channel 2 years ago, I think I had 22 subscribers. Today I have 256. I plan to keep on making videos. I don't know if I'm ever going to make it big, but I hope that's the case. And if that's the case, I hope I can see you guys on the next video. So yeah, that's my little thanks rant. I hope you have a very good Christmas and a Happy New Year. So if you like this video, please leave a like down below. That will help me immensely because the algorithm would recommend me, I would get monetized, and I would get more money to review things for you. If you like this specific video, I invite you to take a peek into my channel and my other videos. And if you like him, please subscribe. I'm trying to make quality content. I'm trying to review cheap stuff for the people that don't have all the money in the world. Also, if you know of someone that is looking for a review of this product or really a cheap MultiFX, please share my video to those people. That will be pretty much everything for today's video. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I will be seeing you on the next year and on my next video. Bye. Merry Christmas, guys.